Welcome to The Holistic Entrepreneur with success coach, holistic nurse practitioner, and best-selling author, Bonnie Groessl. Bonnie shares inspirational and enlightening content to educate, empower, and facilitate well-being while nurturing the mind-body-spirit connection. This boost of positive energy will help you manage stress and make the most of your life, allowing you to thrive in the new normal. Now, please welcome the host of The Holistic Entrepreneur, Bonnie Groessl.
Welcome, everyone. This is your host, Bonnie Groessl, here at The Holistic Entrepreneur. Now, today we're going to talk about the benefits of gratitude, which is one of my favorite topics, but more on that in just a moment. First, I always want to tell you how grateful I am that you are sharing your valuable time with me. I so appreciate you. Now, if this is your first time listening, welcome. And if you've tuned in before, welcome back. I hope that you find this will be another valuable episode with tips and insights to help you toward enhanced well-being. Now, I always want to remind you that the information presented here is educational, inspirational, and motivational in nature. So I want you to just take what fits for you and simply let go of the rest. This show does not intend or imply to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment either. Now, the other thing I always want to do when we get together every week is to remind you to take a moment for you, to just stop. If you're able to, just stop what you're doing and just breathe. But breathe with intention. Notice your breath. Just stopping and taking that moment for you, noticing the air coming in and the air going out, and noticing what a beautiful human being you are. You are so loved. Now, I want you to always stop. That's why we do this every week when we get on the air. I want to remind you to stop and take a moment for you. Just stop and notice. Now, maybe this is the only moment you take for yourself this week. But it's so important for your well-being. Really, the more you do this, the better. Now, remember to check out the show page. As always, I have links to my website and my Facebook page and anything else that we talk about. But pretty much you can get to everything on those two places. But please feel free to reach out and connect with me. I would love to hear how it's going with you. Now, today we're going to talk about something that I weave into almost every episode because I think it's so important and it's such a huge part of my life. And it's the power of gratitude. Now, the benefits are endless. I want to share some of those with you today. But I could go on and on about this topic for a couple of days. But I want to respect your time, and I know that everybody's busy, so I try to keep these episodes short. You know, practicing gratitude is known to have a huge impact on your emotional and your physical health, actually. Regular gratitude just makes us happier. And simple journaling, 5 minutes a day, about what you're grateful for can enhance long-term happiness and well-being. People who pay attention to what is good in their life instead of what is bad in their life are just likely to be more positive about everything, more optimistic, happier. Gratitude increases our psychological well-being. And a regular gratitude practice enhances well-being overall. When we truly live a life of gratitude, it changes who we are, and it changes the way we look at the world. Gratitude enhances our positive emotions. Feeling grateful every day keeps us feeling like we're good enough, that we don't feel less than, or we don't have jealousy or envy over other people's situations or the stuff they have, because we just feel grateful to be us. It facilitates those positive emotions and makes us feel more resilient. And we're just happy to be us the way we are right now. Gratitude can also make you feel better about your circumstances, whatever they might be. And that will lead to better feeling about yourself, enhances your self-esteem and your confidence level and all those things. A regular gratitude practice can protect you when you're struggling. I mean, if depression, anxiety, or stress is something that you struggle with, the practice of gratitude can make all the difference in the world. It makes a difference in how you feel and how you handle any situation. And no matter what happens, there's always some nugget of good in everything. It's that proverbial silver lining, right? Sometimes we have to really search for it, and sometimes we don't even recognize it until after the event has happened. But it's always there, always. There's some lesson, there's some golden nugget that will help us to feel better or help us to, move forward in a better way. Gratitude makes you more emotionally balanced, happier, more positive. It just makes sense then that all of these positive effects are social benefits as well. After all, healthy and happy people are fun to be around, aren't they? You can tell the difference. Like you walk into a room and you can feel the energy. You can feel the vibe in the room. Just think about who's in your social circle. Grateful people generally have a wider social network, more friends, more relationships on the average, because they exude so much good energy and people just like being around them. So showing gratitude to your loved ones is another way to make them feel good, but it also makes you feel good, and it makes the relationship better in general. This improves friendships, romantic relationships, family ties. Doesn't matter what kind of a relationship it is. Work stuff. If you are more grateful, generally, you will have more access to social and family support and work support. I mean, what employer doesn't like a happy, grateful employee, right? And if you're in business for yourself, you like yourself more when you're in a better space emotionally. I know I do. Gratitude can help protect you from depression and anxiety, and that just kind of comes with the territory for any difficult time in your life. So if you know someone who is going through a struggle, an illness or a death in the family or a work thing or a financial thing or yourself, when you see the glass half full, you just feel better. It's the way it works. When you think about what you're grateful for, pretty soon you find more things to be grateful for. Gratitude improves your level of optimism, and it makes you feel more generous, and it decreases the self-centeredness. I like to call that the center of the universe phenomenon. It makes you care about other people more, which is a good thing. Now, this isn't a hard and fast rule, but the more spiritual you are, the more likely you are to be grateful. Now, this isn't tied to any particular religion or anything like that, but if you believe in something greater than yourself, whatever name you give that, to me, that's your spirituality. And spiritual people tend to be more grateful. On the flip side, practicing gratitude can also increase your level of spirituality. So if you want to feel more connected to the divine universe, God, whatever you call that greater thing, if you want to be more connected, be more grateful. Spend time in gratitude. You become more generous toward other people. I mean, people like this are also usually less materialistic because they're grateful for what they already have. And being grateful for what you have prevents you from focusing on the lack and tells the universe that you want more of whatever it is that you're focused on. So many grateful people tend to be more prosperous because they see money and prosperity as a way to make a difference, a way to help others. There's more good that they can do with the more money that they have, and they can pay it forward. By the way, being grateful for what you have is really the best way to get more of what you really want in your life. It makes room for that. When you are truly grateful for what you have now, it opens the door for more to come. Now, a general sense of gratitude influences everything. Your stress level, your confidence, optimism, improves your decision making, and gratitude positively affects how you relate to people in your personal life and at work. But there are physical benefits as well. An attitude of gratitude can reduce depression, lower your blood pressure, improve your sleep. It can even help you to lose weight by reducing the amount of the stress hormone cortisol, which can increase weight gain, especially around the middle. So bottom line is the more stressed you are, the more you tend to gain weight around the middle. So if you are spending more of your time in gratitude, that's a happy place. That's not a stressful place. It's a feel-good place. And therefore, your cortisol levels will come down. So it improves your overall physical health and makes you want to exercise more, take care of yourself better. So here are some suggestions to practicing gratitude in your life. You could do it through journaling, writing at least 3 things that you're grateful for every day. Now think of the little things, not just the big things, like you found a penny on the ground, or the item that you wanted to get at the store was on sale, or you had a wonderful meal with your partner. Try to find 3 different things each day. I mean, the first few days aren't going to be too difficult, but it gets a little more difficult after you've been doing this for a while. Or you can just choose one thing to be grateful for in your journal and write about that, but elaborate on it. You could start a gratitude jar or a box, some sort of container, and add a little note of gratitude each day. Write it on a folded piece of paper and stick it in the box or the jar. And then when I did this, I wrote the date on it too, because when I emptied it after the first month, I could relate to those things that I was grateful for based on the time frame in that month. You could use a gratitude symbol, like a favorite rock or another item that you can carry around with you in your pocket. Or you could put it on a necklace, and every time you touch it, every time you rub it, you pause and you remember what you're grateful for in that moment. If you want to be creative, you can create something, like a symbol that documents your gratitude. So you could say, create a gratitude tree or a gratitude flower, and the leaves of the tree or the petals of the flower would have your little gratitude notes on them. And you could, have it around in your office or whatever, and it would remind you of the things you're grateful for. You could create a collage, kind of like a vision board, and write things that you are grateful for on there. It's a visual reminder of the things that you're grateful for. Now you can use the same concept to create just about anything, gratitude garden or any number of things. You could also use gratitude prompts by using your senses, like 3 things I'm grateful for that I see, 3 things that I hear, 3 things that I smell. You could incorporate gratitude into some of your other self-care modalities, like movement, when you're going for a walk, or if you're dancing or you're meditating. Great time to do gratitude practice. You could write a gratitude letter to somebody that you're grateful for. And don't forget yourself, because you could be grateful for yourself as well, and should be. So your action step this week is to see what fits for you and begin a gratitude practice if you're not already currently doing this. We've talked about some of the benefits and some of the strategies, some things that you could do on today's episode, but there are so many others. So pick something that fits for you and begin a practice of gratitude. And your life will change. It will change. So until next time, I wish you health, happiness, and abundance. I want to thank you for joining me at the Holistic Entrepreneur Show today. I know that time is our most precious asset, and so I appreciate you spending your time with me. Now, my purpose is to be of the best service to this community. Whether it's your personal or your work life, I'm here to support you. The best place to get the latest scoop is at bonniegroessl.com. Everything is there. We can connect, and you'll find special offers and gifts that I have for you to help you attain the health, happiness, and abundance you deserve. And I encourage you to sign up for my monthly newsletter for more useful information and exclusive offers. The links are on the show page below. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to the Holistic Entrepreneur Show on your favorite podcast directory so that you automatically receive the newest episode when it's released. Until next time, this is Bonnie Groessl, wishing you health, happiness, and abundance.